from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the LSU Tigers and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. He has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Looking for room. It's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got two great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. They know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield, so a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
Here we go, ready. Might be calling a hot route. Ready, go. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Fourth down, Manning. Oh, they're after him. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, LSU! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the point after is good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Texas offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. He might want another play. To the ground. He's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Spins away from the defense. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. And he got it so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Snap it to the back. Stop in the backfield, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great push and penetration from that defensive front.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Tigers in the hurry up. Going to the run, it's Durham. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really... And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
He rifles one deep down the right side. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Here's Arts to throw. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of play.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Motion from the back. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Might be changing the route. Third down from the gun, Manning. He turns that loose down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Manning. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Levitt. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Horns up and ready to hook give to Caden Durham. Inside the 25. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll run it with Caden Durham. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. Incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He uncorks one deep. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Gain of 27 on the play. Good enough for a 1st down.
The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Release to the back. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Nice move there. There he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Going deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed, and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Durham. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Got a little grass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? His third touchdown of the game and 20th of the season.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Arch is going to throw for it. Using the quick game. Pick up of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. It's Manning. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
To throw, Manning. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Whistle blows. We are at this 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Fourth down, Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Handoff, Caden Durham.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to the run. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
He's tackled at the 27. That's a first down for the offense.
Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Levin. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. LSU right back to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. Oh, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Manning. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he made the extra point without problem. They are way down, and they'll try to cut into it by getting this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Levitt. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That's caught. It's Durham. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Timeout, Texas.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to... It's a fake. He's looking to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with Akron taking on the number 25 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Zips, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Mid-American Conference.
The give to Caden Durham. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Dude, you talk about things you can't coach. Standing in and delivering the ball when you are taking it right in the mustache.
It's a great point, Reese, because you can't simulate that in practice. You don't let your quarterbacks get lit up in practice like that. I mean, that was almost a misdemeanor what that kid just went through. But boy, oh boy, showing you his experience, just showing you his toughness. You don't see that very often at the quarterback position.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Got enough for the first. And he's still running after the move. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. And the Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. At the 35, he's open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Defensively, you'll take the slowdowns. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Runs through a tackle. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Where did he go? Freeze! The offense changing the play. Sweep! Go! Here's Manning to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
The give to Caden Durham. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wilson! Doc! Slot! Eagle! To the air, it's Levin. A little release to the back. Turning it on! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Looking downfield on first down. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll go to the counter play. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Caden Durham again. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Durham. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grab near the marker, it's Green. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Got his man on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Arch Madness. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Getting deep in the 3rd quarter, minute and a half to go here. Scanning the field, it's Levin. Flips it out in the flat. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense.
There's a crease. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, LSU. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Running the red zone, it's Smothers. He gets the two-point conversion as they draw ever closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Off the play fake on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Upstairs to make the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. LSU lining up first and goal. The corners are walked up tight. To the air, it's Levin. Here comes the heat. And they got him.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Touchdown, Tigers! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And we're not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like the power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's on, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
And they tacked on the extra point. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback.
Number 20, set to advance on the football.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Brown again. Just gets it to the 20. A pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Could be an alley. Bust through behind his pad. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
This doesn't happen with just anybody in tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Hand off for Brown. knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Finds his back in the middle. Runs through a man. He might have space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, here's Brown. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party meal, a late touchdown. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And the extra point was good. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Pulled down for the tackle.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Maybe some room here. Inside the touchdown, Texas. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I absolutely love this, man. I love offenses that stay aggressive. Like, yes, you could have kicked the field goal. Obviously, the longer the field goals get, man, the least amount of percentages you make. Stay aggressive. Keep in your offensive hands. And I love the physicality up front on that fourth down.
But defense, we have got to find a way to get that guy on the ground. That is poor tackling. It's poor run defense. It's one thing in that situation to give up a first down, fine. You can't let him take it to the house. For an explosive run like that, that is a backbreaker if you're on defense.
Here's Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
And the quarterback just could not find anybody open. And you could tell he was trying to make something happen, but couldn't find anybody in the end zone, held onto the football, and takes the sack.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He breaks a tackle. Complete disaster there. He loses 10. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.